Hi guys, I'm here to talk to you about Luminara candles and give you a bit of background information on them. So firstly, they were designed for Disney, for the Haunted Mansion. So as you can see, they're extremely realistic and they are really, really popular. So I'm just going to tell you a bit more information. So as you can see, well, you can't see, but they're wax and they feel very, very realistic. And the flame is living like, so it's very safe in the house and you can leave them on for hours on end. And obviously they won't burn down your house. So the way they work is it's 2D batteries that are inserted here and there's a switch here on and off. So we also have a remote control, so you can use this from a distance. If you have a couple in your lounge or in your bedroom, you can do it from a distance. The great thing about this is as well, there's also a timer. So if you want the candle on for a certain time each night, you can set the timer and it will come on automatically. Once it's set, the candle will be on for 5 hours and it will turn off automatically. So it saves the battery time and obviously it's extremely safe. Okay, so each candle has a different scent and that's what's so popular about us. This one is rose and peppercorn, and the way it works is it's a simple scent pod. So it's inserted in and out of the candle. This one is rose and peppercorn and it's one of my personal favourites. So each scent pod lasts 200 hours. So the great thing about the candle is once you've bought your candle, it's a candle for life and you can just change the scent depending on the season, depending on your personal preference, and you've got it for life and it's an investment really. That's a key point. So as I said, just slots in and out. It's extremely easy. And that's Luminara. I'll just show you now how the on and off remote works. It's very simple. So off, off, on. The great thing is if you have a few candles in the house, you can use just one remote and this will work for all of them, which means you haven't got 10 remotes and you're trying to find which one's which. So again, key points are it's extremely safe, extremely realistic, and personal preference. You can change each scent to whatever you like. And we have different seasonal ones too, which I'm going to go through now. Okay guys, so now I'm just going to go through a bit about the fragrances and the best way to show the customer in store. Firstly, a really good selling point is the fact that all our fragrances have been developed with the Paris Fragrance House. So this is a really big deal and they work with companies such as Chanel, Dior, Tom Ford. So that's a real big selling point and will make people feel, that it's a very, very premium product. Okay, so the best way to show the customer how to smell the fragrance is by lifting the glass up and showing them the scent from in here. That's because, if you're in store, obviously you're going to be in a big area with lots of other scents around. So the smell here will build up over time and you'll get a proper feel for it, okay? So that's like key point. So this one personally is my favorite. This one's rose and peppercorn. So, it's very fresh, it's very floral, and it's a bit earthy as well, which I really like. So all our fragrances, we have 8. We have 2 winter autumn kind of fragrances and the rest are for all year round. So the next one we have here is Jasmine and Neroli, which again is an extremely popular go-to fragrance. Everyone seems to like it and I feel like it's very important when you're showing the customer, show them the best sellers first because generally that's what people like. Moving on, we have Fig and Moss, another one of my favorites, and this is also very earthy smell and again very popular and it's a good seller. So this is how they come packaged and I'm going to go through the other fragrances like this. So the next one we have is Orange Blossom. A key thing to remember when you're showing the customer is each packet is going to have a scratch smell on. So if they're not sure on the scent, you can say, have a smell from here and that will give them a peace of mind. So Orange Blossom, it's very self-explanatory. So very fresh, orangey, fruity smell. Moving on, we have Blackcurrant and Tea. Again, very popular. I really enjoy this one. It's got a very herbal kind of smell. Very important selling point of all our scents. They're all very natural and have essential oils and they create an ambience and romance within the room. It's not necessarily about masking a bad smell. Okay, moving on. We have Amber. Again, this is a really popular go-to smell. Everyone likes it. It's very fresh and it's very warming. Okay, moving on to our more autumn winter smells, we have Spice Cinnamon. So this is a very Christmassy scent and it's really, really popular in the colder months. It's very inviting, it's very warming within the room. And last but not least, warm embers. Again, a very warming, homely Christmas smell that sells really popular in the colder months of the year. So just to recap, each scent has 200 hours. And once you have your candle, you can then change the scent to whenever you want. And that's a real key selling point because it's a candle for life. They can package really beautifully, and always remember to tell them about the smell sense so they can get a feel for the product before they buy it. So now the next step is to show you how to present everything in store. This is extremely important because this is how you're going to sell. So there's going to be 6 candles on your presentation. Each candle needs to be on a base, as you can see, with a cloche on top. It's important these are laid out like this because this is how you're going to show the customer the scent, as we spoke about earlier. Each candle needs to have the tag on with what scent is on the candle. This is extremely important because customers will see certain scents that they like, and it's important that it's very easy and they can see that the product is a scented candle. Okay, next step is the remote. Obviously all our candles work by remote control, and it's important you show the customer this as it's a key seller. So if the customer's in store, you can show them how they turn on and off very easily with one remote. And it's important also we have batteries on the stand. All these candles, as we said earlier, run for 500 hours with the batteries. However, if any of them to run out, so make sure you can replace them quickly and carry on with your demonstration. Next point is the product and how it's packaged. All our packaging is very luxurious and premium, as you can see. So this is how the candle comes. Each candle comes with a remote control inside. And if the customer's unsure on how it's going to work, make sure you assure them there is a step-by-step guide on the back with instructions on the timer, the remote control, and how the whole thing works. There's battery life on there, so they have got basically all the information on the back for reassurance. Next step is the fragrance. Key thing with this is we've got to remember that just because they're buying the one candle doesn't mean they have to buy one fragrance. The point of our scents are that they're seasonal and you can use them at all different times. So we have, obviously, as we're saying, the winter fragrance and the fragrances for all year round. So the fragrances come packaged, as you can see. You'll have one of each in here so you can show the customer. Each fragrance will have a smell scratch, so if they want to have a smell, obviously you will have all of these to show them, but for reassurance they will also have it on here. So everything is very luxurious, and it's important that everything is set out correctly because this is your selling point. So just to recap, the key points for us are candles need to be set out correctly with the base, the cloche and the tag. We need to make sure that we have all our point of sale and packaging on the stand, along with remote control and batteries, and most importantly, the candles all need to be switched on.